Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here. We're back for another set of Prox Guide of Phantom Hourglass. If you did miss out during the last one, well, we just went across on through the Temple of Courage, and we got a brand new upgrade for Link, which we now do have the bow and arrow at this point in time, so there will be some returning of other different places throughout this said video, which we are going to have to go and use some of those said bow and arrows for. Now, not only that, but we also did go and pick up with the said random white fairy, which we don't really know all that too much about, but since we're over here back in the Melita island of the village that is going to be lurking around within this way, we are going to have to meet up with Oshus, and he is going to be the one that will do the said type of transfer between the two fairies to be able to get the last type of color fairy that we do need. And now, for what has been going on since like the very beginning of the game, I know that we kind of understood about some things with Ciela, because she was saying that she has some sort of, I guess, amnesia, that she doesn't really remember all that too much about what exactly happened to her. So it seems like if we go and kind of piece the two type of fairies together, it should go and bring her back to her normal self, which that is going to be pretty good. Now, I'm not really entirely certain on exactly what type of Celia's movesets are all about with her in her colored form. I know that for when we go and head on over to the actual Spirit Island in this said episode, which that's going to be our very first time to be heading on over to the Spirit Island, we will be able to go and use the power of wisdom, which we will be able to switch between the said type of fairies for that. Now, currently for right now, we can't really go and do another said type of switch between our blue fairy yet, because we don't really have a set of 10 other different spirit gems, but once we will, we should be able to go and see exactly what we could go and do. But now, for what the power of the spirit gems are all about is that when we go and use a leaf, we'll be able to do extra more bit of damage, I believe, for what's going to be happening within that, and that's going to be really nice. So to be able to knock out some enemies a little bit faster is going to be pretty handy. And not only that, but when we go and start heading on into the said actual ghost ship, there is going to be some set annoying enemies that will be lurking around within there, and I want to say that just to have that extra little boost of attack will always be good too. Now, within these two videos for today, not only are we just going to be doing out here with the course of Phantom Hourglass, but we're also going to be doing Persona 4 as well. So you guys do go and check it on that. I know that currently right now, well, of course, with Persona 4, we are doing some other social linking, and I think we should be able to get back into some bit of the main story as well. But that should be somewhat of a reoccurring thing most of the time, is that we are going to have to do a lot of social linking before we start getting on into with some other said main story stuff as well. But again, we'll leave that for another time. But here we are now. We're back over at our ship, and it seems like we got ourselves bombarded by this lady. Now, this is going to be known as Jolene. This is actually a said lover of Linebeck's, and I guess they kind of had some sort of like indifference type of relationship afterwards. I don't know exactly what has transpired from that, but we'll probably learn a little bit more as time goes on. But yeah, it seems like Linebeck is just hiding himself in some sort of crate because he doesn't really want to get himself spotted by Jolene that's going to be here. But when we do go and actually return all the way back to the said area here on Melita Island, we will be able to go in here from a letter that we'll be talking about with Jolene's sister, and that's going to be something interesting if I have to say so myself. Now, this type of letter here is something that you may possibly want to go and head back to Abandoned Island for, and she's the said mermaid that was back all the way over in that place when we whacked her in the head with the boomerang, which unfortunately we kind of had to do that anyways. But she will give you a said type of wisdom gem, which then you'll be able to add that as a part of your other said things that will happen from there. But there we go. There's the Jolene's letter. But we won't be going into Abandoned Island right away just yet, because we got some other type of side things here. And of course, speaking about with one of these type of side things, well, that is all the way over here back at Merkay Island. Now, normally you could go and wait a little bit until Oshus gives this to you within the post office or the post mailbox that is around within other different islands. But since, you know what, since we already have like the slate and everything that we do need, and we can teleport our way back and forth between places, why not? Let's go and pick up with the last said power gem, and now we could go and get ourselves all boosted up for what we do need with the extra different powers for said leaf. So here we go. This is a brand new island. This is a hidden island to be exact as well, so we will be heading all the way over directly to this place. So let's just go and make sure that we land ourselves all the way over to there. Just watch out for the said type of trap, the jump traps that are there. But again, accidentally injured myself in the process. But later on, we will be getting extra more hearts, and I know that we will be finding extra other different customizable parts to hopefully find the same type of part that is like within each other, and we'll be able to get more other type of hearts later on. But yes, coming on over here to Spirit Island, you will be able to find a courage gem, so that's always good. But let's head on inside here. And all we have to do now is just open up with that said door, and let's go and meet up with the said type of dude that is lurking around within this way. Now, for this part here, I won't actually be cutting out too much amount of stuff that's going to be here, because I want to make sure that you guys actually do go and see what exactly I'm going to be doing. Now, this guy is going to say, just make sure they have like 10 of the different type of spirit gems that you find, and we can just go and show it to this guy here, and then mainly from what we're going to do with these spirit gems is now going to go and transform Leaf into his first of many powers. So let's go and boost them up, and now we have the power that we can now go and use Leaf at any given time on our collection screen. So yep, so now Ciela is going to tell us that we can now go and swap between both her and also with Leaf. And I think it should be pretty fun, because now we can just go and turn our different colors around and actually have our level 1 fairy here. Yep, just all we have to do is just tap on that, and then we're all good to go. Alright, perfect. And let's go and head on out and continue onwards with the next part of our adventure. Which I think by now, our next adventure should actually be entailing for us to go and be heading on over to Abandoned Island. Now, if you guys remember, there was a broken type of part that was here for this barrier, and we never really had the bombs before, but now we can. Now, during our time, we did read on a slate that did say that had some sort of game that we're going to have to do, and basically that is what's going to be transpiring here in this particular part for this video, is that we're going to have to do some sort of ship cannon type of game. And you guys may probably remember that there was a guy back in Wind Waker that was like somebody that we were able to do like some sort of cannon mini games with. And here's this guy once again. So it looks like he has made his return, and we're going to have to go and follow throughout his type of rules that are here. I always like this guy because he always has like his own little type of like setup that he has just to kind of go and talk about the different stuff here. But yeah, basically there's gonna be some targets on the ground. We just have to go and fire the different type of cannonballs at it, and if we get ourselves any type of good enough points, and I believe our highest type of marking for it is going to be all the way up at like 2,500 or something like that. So hopefully we can try to make it all the way up to there, and maybe we could get ourselves a potential heart piece or heart container for that. But it all depends on exactly what we're going to do. Alright, so let's just go and just head on into all these targets. Sometimes some of these are going to be a little bit tricky, but since I am using this on a Wii U gamepad, I don't believe I actually went and got the full 2,500. I almost did. Like, I made it all the way up to all the way up to 1960, but didn't really work out as well as I wanted it to be. Yeah, I think you need to go a little bit faster on a few different type of hits there. So now we got ourselves the option of 3 other different type of chests. Now, mind you, all of them are random generated, so you will unfortunately have to like try to choose exactly which one that you're going to get. I believe he will also give you a type of spirit gem as well, so not just only like a heart piece or whatnot, but he'll also give you like an actual type of gem as well. So here we are in the main part of Abandoned Island again, and let's meet up with Joanne here. And let's just make sure that we go and pass this over to her. So I guess what is happening here is that she likes to dress herself up like a pirate, and the other sister likes to dress herself up as a mermaid. And that's why we got the old Wayfarer out here that was kind of thinking that there was mythological creatures all over this place. But yes, now you guys may probably remember we've been through this way before. And yes, we already have. This is back all the way over at Merkay Island. But if you guys remember, there was a type of said bow and arrow area that was around here, and we couldn't really do anything about with it. But now we can. So let's just go and make sure that we mark this down. we got ourselves a little bit of an extra bridge that is right here. And we are going to be meeting up with a new type of character, which that is going to be a part of Beetle's family. And his name is going to be known as Friedel. Now, he's like someone that I believe you could actually go and like take like type of items and whatnot and transfer them between like other said like friends that you have that you can go and do with other said like online communications and stuff. Now, unfortunately, this is something that you cannot do anymore. But yeah. But if you guys already kind of see that my health bar is a little bit weird, that's because I had to go back and regain some other arrows because I missed some. I lost a whole bunch of arrows, so I had to make sure to get some of them back. Now, make sure that you point your statue into this type of direction right here, because that's where you can go and find a little bit of a hidden area located right around this way. Normally, we could have went and done this before, but there we go. We'll blast our way into it. And let's just make sure that we head on into this way for now. And there's nothing really too much going on, I don't think, around within this area. So even if you want to go and see if there's any like extra chest or anything, there's nothing really here to give you a extra type of chest. But we will have to go and head outside though, and then that's where we'll be able to find some other things here. Now, I think there is some chests, I think just right outside. I don't know if I go and show that off to you guys or not, that's around here, but that could possibly be in another set area though. But yeah, so here's Friedel, and he'll go and talk to you exactly what those magic boxes are all about. And there is going to be a switch somewhere like down below where he's around within here, and then you can go and kind of transport yourself between back and forth the areas a little bit faster. But we're going to end things off for today, so thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one of Phantom Hourglass, and of course, peace.